Hello, Wildcat families. We are so excited that you are joining us today for Cat Chat Live. We are going to be talking about all things Family Weekend and hopefully get all of your questions answered and helpful information to you as you are making plans to visit your student over the Family Weekend time, which is September 23rd through the 25th. My name is Nikki Jenkins. I'm the Senior Program Specialist for the Parent and Family Association, and I help coordinate Family Weekend here on campus. I'm joined today by one of our amazing first-year experience ambassadors. Katie, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are?
Hey y'all, my name is Katie DiGiovanni. I'm a senior here at UK. I am a first-year experience ambassador. If any of you were at orientation over the summer, you might have seen me there. I'm studying neuroscience and psychology, and I'm from Carmel, Indiana.
Awesome, and Katie has been so helpful as we've been coordinating Family Weekend. She's been showing up in my office, asking what she can do and what she can help with. So she is well versed in what is happening with Family Weekend and can give you some great tips on how to make the experience great. All right, so to get us started here, today we're going to cover a couple of different things. We're going to talk about what you can expect as a family when you get to campus during Family Weekend. Whether you've been here for Family Weekend before or not, there's a lot going on, a lot happening, so we want to make sure you know what to expect. We're going to talk about parking on campus. That is a hot button topic during Family Weekend, and really any time, but especially during a football weekend. So we want to make sure you know where to park and where you're going throughout the weekend. We're going to talk about the Family Weekend schedule of events, where to find it, where to look for updates, and how to create some itineraries for your family so you know that you have a plan coming into the weekend. Of course, we're going to talk about the football game, Go Cats, and we'll give you a guide and tips for how to make the football experience smooth and how to not miss all of the fun fanfare of the day. And then, of course, we're going to take questions from you, the audience. So if at any point in time you have a question about Family Weekend, go ahead and drop those questions in the comments, and we will try to answer them as we go or at the end of the presentation. If we don't get to all of the questions today, that's okay. We'll try to connect with you after the presentation, or you can always email us at parents@uky.edu, and we'd be happy to help answer any questions you may have. All right. Oh, also, this presentation will be recorded and it will be available on Facebook after this is done, and then on our Family Weekend website later today or tomorrow morning. So if you have to leave at any point in time during the presentation, feel free to come back and rewatch it to make sure you didn't miss anything. All right, we're going to kick it off and talk a little bit about things that you can expect at Family Weekend. As Katie knows, football weekends are lively, right, Katie?
Yes, there is absolutely nothing like being part of the Big Blue Nation on a Saturday. It should be a really exciting time, especially if you've never experienced one before.
Yeah, so one of the things that is probably the most important thing to expect before coming to Family Weekend is there are going to be a lot of people. There are going to be large crowds. A normal football weekend brings in about 60,000 people. For Family Weekend, we typically have more. And this year specifically, Family Weekend is bigger than ever with our largest registration numbers. We're looking almost at 5,000 registrations for Family Weekend this year, which is incredible. We're excited about the excitement around it. We're excited to have everyone on campus, but just know that there will be crowds. And so having a plan in place beforehand to know where you're going and when you need to be there is going to be really important. We're going to have a lot of family-friendly activities and events throughout the weekend. So if you have kids that you want to bring with you, don't worry, there's lots of fun things for them to do. Specifically, at the tent party alone, we have inflatables and games and music and all kinds of fun things that kids will enjoy just as much as your college kids will. Katie, have you experienced any of the fun inflatables on campus? Are you the type of student who likes to get on the bounce house or just do any of those types of things?
I am the person who's going to win every obstacle course. Yes, it's not just for the little ones. I promise that it's for students. It's my dad and I go hard racing on them. So it's definitely something for the entire family, not just something for the little kids to enjoy.
Awesome. Another thing that you're going to notice is there's going to be a lot of blue. Everyone's going to be wearing blue and white. And so we encourage you to bring your best blue gear, your best UK gear, and wear that all weekend because it'll be around. The other part of the weekend that we want to make sure you're aware of is that with big crowds means that you're going to be walking a lot of places, or you're going to be taking shuttles. And we're going to talk a little bit more about shuttles and different game day things for Saturday, but even during Friday and Sunday, there may be some walking involved. So make sure that you have a plan for that and wear your best, most comfortable shoes for the weekend. And last, but certainly not least, is that Wildcats celebrate Family Weekend rain or shine. So whether it's raining, whether it's sunny and hot, we are going to be out there enjoying our events. So come prepared for any type of weather. Who knows? It could be sweater weather by that point. You never know in Kentucky. So make sure that you are coming prepared. And of course, we are knocking on wood to make sure that it doesn't rain if possible. But we can control a lot of things, Katie, but we cannot control the weather, correct?
As much as I would love to be Mother Nature for Family Weekend, all we can do is cross our fingers and hope for blue skies.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, let's get into it. I know the first thing that most families are thinking about is parking. So let's just knock that off the list right from the very beginning. The question always comes in, where do we park for Family Weekend? So you have some options. On Friday evening and on Sunday morning for our events, the Cornerstone Garage on South Limestone is going to be your best bet. There will be free parking there on Friday and Sunday. And then any parking spot on campus that is designated an employee lot is also available. Now, some students will move their cars from Kroger Field onto campus and take up some of those spaces, but there should be plenty of parking if you get there early and make a plan on Friday and Sunday, and it should be free. So the Cornerstone Garage, and then all your E-lots on campus. One of the E-lots that a lot of families don't think about, we have a big E-lot on Scott Street, which is not too far from the Cornerstone Garage. And so I always want to give that little tip to families that you may check out the Scott Street employee parking lot for something that's kind of close to the student center. Then on game day, parking changes. Katie, what is it like parking during game day?
Traffic is always a little bit hectic in Lexington, especially on a game day. A lot of students do live around campus, their families come, a lot of walkers. So it does take a little bit of time to get from where you're parking to the stadium and vice versa. So I definitely would keep that in mind, add a little bit of a buffer for that travel time. But there is significantly more parking than people expect on campus. We are a big university and we are prepared for big events like Family Weekend. So don't stress out too much about it, but having a plan in place and kind of adding that little buffer definitely help with the parking situation.
Absolutely. So on game day, we recommend 3 different parking structures for our families who are coming in for Family Weekend. We have a parking structure on Press Street, which is garage number 6. We have a parking structure at the Kentucky Clinic Garage, which is parking structure number 3. And then at the Rose Street Garage, parking structure number 2. All 3 of those you can see on the screen are marked for you. And then also on the screen, I'm showing you where our tent party is going to be located relative to those parking structures. So you can see that parking structure 2 and 3 are going to be the closest to the tent party, with parking structure 6 being a little further away, but not a terrible walk at all. All three parking structures are about 15 minutes walk to Kroger Field. So just note that it will take probably 15-16 minutes or so to walk to Kroger Field from those parking structures. I'm going to pause for a minute, and I have another colleague on here, McKaylee, who is monitoring our questions. I want to see, McKaylee, if we have any questions that have come in so far. No questions so far. Okay, well, that's great. Seems like we're covering things. I love that. The other thing I want to point out is on the bottom of the screen, there is the ukathletics.com football game day information website. That website is going to be really helpful if you are looking for ADA accessible parking, if you are looking for information about anything happening on game day. That is going to be your go-to website. And we're going to talk a little more about that in a minute, but just wanted to give you a heads up that that is something you're going to want to bookmark on your phone and on your laptops. All right. All right, so we've talked about parking. So what happens if you need to park a little further away and you don't necessarily want to walk? Well, there are shuttles available. We partner with Lextran, our bus service around campus and around the city of Lexington, to provide shuttles to Kroger Field. So if you are parking at that Press Street garage, the Virginia Avenue shuttle is going to be the one you're going to want to get on to get closer to Kroger Field. And then if you are parking downtown, maybe you're staying downtown and you don't necessarily want to drive into campus, you can hop on that downtown shuttle. Both shuttles are $1 per person each way, and the Virginia shuttle starts 2 hours before the kickoff, and the downtown shuttle starts 3 hours before the kickoff. Kickoff time has been called for 7 p.m., which we're going to talk more about in a minute. But as you're making plans, note that the football game is going to start at 7 p.m. There is a question that has come in from a family about tailgating. Let me just back up a little bit. Actually, let's see if I can go back to where to park. What time can you park if you have a permit for a permit lot for tailgating? All of that information about tailgating is again on that football game day information website. So you'll want to go to that website and make sure that you have everything you need there. All of those questions about tailgating should be answered on that game day information website. Katie, for someone who is tailgating separately from our tent party or anything else, what recommendations do you have for them? What time do you think they should start pulling in?
I would definitely say earlier the better. There will be families that will be there starting at 6 in the morning, to be completely honest with you. Game day is an all-day event here in the Bluegrass. So definitely at least a couple hours early. It's really fun to even just walk around to the other families' tailgates. A lot of people bring televisions. A lot of people will share food. It's a great way to meet other UK families. So even if you feel like you're getting there super early, it's a really great way to meet other people on campus.
Yeah, and again, all that information is on the football game day information website. All right. All right, let's talk about the schedule of events. We have a lot of things going on, and actually have some fun surprises in the works that are going to be coming out in the next couple of days, but wanted to give you some information about where you can find the schedule and sort of highlight some of the fun things that are going on. The best place to go for the schedule is going to be the Family Weekend website. That website is going to have information about registration and football and all of that, but also information about the Family Weekend schedule and parking. On the screen, you can see some arrows pointing to the events page where it links there and you can get to all of our different events. If you are going to our website on your iPhone or Android, you may not see the entire events link there. For some reason, our website does not like cell phones, and we're working on a solution to that. So using a computer is going to be the best way to see the full event schedule right now. And again, we're working on a solution to that. But we also tried to make it easy for you by creating some suggested itineraries. So if you are on the Family Weekend website and click on the suggested itinerary for Friday, September 23rd, it will open up and show you all the different events that are happening, what time they're happening, and give you some tips about attending those events. And then, of course, we also have put information about game day on the schedule so that you can link to the game day information website and the parking website for game day if you have additional parking questions. All right, Katie, are you ready to talk about all the fun things we have planned?
Yes,
right.
ma'am, I'm excited.
All right, the first thing we're going to tell you about is check-in. All Family Weekend registrants will need to check in for Family Weekend. Now, that could mean that you wait and check in on Friday when you arrive, or it could mean that you send your student early to one of our earlier check-ins to have check-in taken care of so you don't have to worry about it when you get here. Katie, if your mom was coming to Family Weekend this weekend, which type of check-in would you prefer?
My mom has made it a point to send me on an errand to check all of us in. It does get a little bit crazy once it gets to that Friday right before our welcome session. We do have a lot of events planned for that Friday evening around the student center. So I plan to go after one of my classes on either Wednesday or Thursday to check in my family just to kind of avoid the line a little bit.
That's a great tip. You know, with almost 5,000 people coming to Family Weekend, again, you can expect lines. So anything you can do to avoid that, I think, is a plus. So we have opened up 2 early check-in dates, and your student can come bring a copy of your confirmation email and your name or whatever name was that you registered under, and we will get them checked in for you. They can come on Wednesday, September 21st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday, September 22nd from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we'll be in the Gatton Student Center both of those days. And then, of course, we will also have check-in options on Friday, September 23rd from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. At check-in, you will receive a wristband, and I actually have one to kind of show you a little bit. You'll receive a wristband, and that wristband will be the way you are able to enter different Family Weekend events throughout the weekend and get food throughout the weekend, right? So you're going to want to wear this wristband all weekend to all of the different events so that we know who you are, that you have registered, and that you can get in line for food and t-shirts and giveaways and all the fun things that we have planned for you. So you will receive your wristbands. You'll also receive a Family Weekend guide with some updated information and some fun things in it as well as information about Lexington. And we're working on some coupons for you. So that's always fun to get in a clear tote bag that you can bring with you to the football game. And we'll talk more about the clear bag policy a little later. Katie, before we move on, do you have any other tips for families as they're checking in or before they come?
Again, just having a plan in place, I think, is probably the best thing that you can do. I know my family has been talking to me a lot about planning our weekend together. I would just maybe look through the schedule and look through some of those events that aren't super big. Like maybe I know that we're having a swim meet and there's some other events. I know that the esports lounge is hosting some things. And so kind of talking to your students, seeing what they're interested in and maybe experiencing some of the things that they really love about campus is really important.
That's a great tip. We have a question that came in about tickets and about check-in. So let me switch over to our next slide so we can maybe answer some of those. So we have some frequently asked questions about registration and about tickets for Family Weekend. The first is, do I need to register my student for Family Weekend? The answer is yes. So all students need to be registered in order to receive the wristband and be able to access all of the different events going on campus. On the schedule, it will tell you which events you are required to have a wristband and which are not, and we'll talk about that too in a little bit. But students will need to register for Family Weekend. What happens if my student forgets their registration confirmation email? That's okay. We have other methods to look up your registration. So if they forget it, that's all right. It does make it quicker if they have it with them, either on their phone or printed out. But but don't stress about it. We can make it work. And then the third question that we get quite often is, can I purchase additional tickets or t-shirts during family weekend? Right now, pending availability, we still have registrations for family weekend available, and those will be open all the way up until 4 p.m. on Friday the 23rd. So as long as you register before 4 p.m. on Friday the 23rd, registrations should be available. T-shirts, however, are part of your registration package, and so they're only going to be available at the family weekend tent party, and they will not be for sale after family weekend. So just want to make sure that everyone knows we've had that question quite a bit. Let's see, Michaela, do we have any other questions before we move on about registration or tickets? It doesn't look like it, so we'll keep going. All right, let's talk about the fun stuff that Katie and I have been working on. Our first major event of Family Weekend is going to be the Family Weekend Welcome Reception. As you can see, wristbands are required for this reception. And so you'll want to check in as soon as you get to campus before attending the reception. The reception is from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in and around the Student Center. Because of just the unexpected number of you who want to come to Family Weekend, we are moving a lot of this event outside. So we're going to have lots of space, lots of fun things going on at the event for you to participate in. Parking, again, will be in the Cornerstone Garage and, of course, the employee lots. This is going to be a great opportunity for you to meet other families, faculty, staff. We're going to have so many different people around. We will have a fun nacho bar, cookies, drinks, all kinds of goodies for you to eat. We'll have photo booths, giveaways, music, and we'll have some special guests coming. One of those special groups is Pause and Listen, which is our all women a cappella group. So they will be they will be performing, which will be really fun. And a fan favorite, our 4Paws student organization is bringing out the puppies. Katie, are you excited about all of the puppies that are going to be coming around?
I love puppies so much. They're so cute, they're so well behaved, and they love to be loved. It is so nice. If you need some puppy love, it's a great place to go.
So those are just a few of the things that'll be happening at the welcome reception, but we'll definitely have more for you, and hope that you will come out and enjoy that time. Again, check in early is going to be easy to come to check in early, so you don't have to stand in those lines. There's going to be a lot of outdoor seating in Barker Plaza and the Botanical Gardens, and we have gluten-free and vegetarian options at all of our meals. So know that if you are gluten-free or vegetarian, we have you covered at this particular event. All right. Okay, we do have a question coming in about t-shirts. We're going to talk a little more about t-shirts in a minute, but the question is specifically about if you registered and didn't ask for a particular size for your t-shirt. We did not ask for sizes for t-shirts. We just purchased a large quantity of all sizes. So we will have lots and lots of different sizes for you to choose from when you get to the tent party. So know that if you think you should have put your t-shirt size on there and you didn't, don't worry about that. We didn't ask for it. You're fine. We'll have lots and lots of options for you. If the next question that just came in is, if you are late to registration, can you watch this welcome reception somewhere? There won't really be anything for you to necessarily watch. We won't be recording it. It's not really a presentation as much as we're just going to have lots of fun things for you to enjoy with your family. So you're not necessarily missing a presentation at the welcome reception. So if you are late, that's okay. Come whenever you can. We will be there until 7:30. So even if you show up at 7:15, we will feed you and enjoy spending some time with you. These are great questions. Keep those coming in. All right. During the welcome reception, the Big Blue Pantry will be hosting a food drive. Katie, can you tell us a little bit about what the Big Blue Pantry is?
The Big Blue Pantry is Honestly, it's an opportunity for students to go and obtain some items, a lot of non-perishable items, as well as occasionally they have those dairy meat products. A lot of times they also have like, toothpaste, toothbrushes, everything like that for students who can't really obtain these items on their own. Um, it's really just a great resource for students to have. It's right on campus. It's a really discreet service. And I know a lot of students who utilize this opportunity.
Yeah. So every year at Family Weekend, we partner with Blue Pantry to do a food drive because we know you as parents and family members, you love your student and want to care for them. And so if this is something that you're interested in doing, we have a donations list on the screen. You can also go to their website to learn more about the pantry. But you can drop off donation items during the reception in the Student Center, and they'll be happy to take those for you and bring them to the pantry. So it's just a really fun way to give back. Just a reminder that if you have to jump off this this presentation, we will be recording this presentation and offering it on Facebook Live and then on our website later today or tomorrow. So don't worry if you have to hop off the presentation. All right. Friday evening, we have Think Fast Trivia coming to campus. Think Fast is one of my favorite groups that comes to different campuses. They have a really fun trivia competition for families that they're going to be doing. It's on Friday, September 23rd from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the ballrooms. Again, parking is available in the Cornerstone Garage, employee lots. It's going to be a great opportunity for you to grab your family and sort of make a team together. And that'll be really fun. We do have limited seating for the first 100 families. So the game can only accommodate 100 families. So just note that the doors will open at 7:30. So if you want to come at 7:30 right after the reception, I did that on purpose so that you can get a seat, then that would be really fun. Katie, did you know that Think Fast Trivia is going to give out $200 in cash prizes during this event?
I did not know that, but it looks like I'm going to be touching up on my trivia before this event.
Yep, so they're going to be giving out $200 in cash prizes along with some UK swag. So this is going to be really fun for families to participate in, and we hope you will all come. Let's see. All right, more fun on Friday. So we have a lot of other things going on. Of course, the Johnson Center and the Alumni Gym are going to be open and available to families. You can participate in open swim out at Lancaster Aquatic Center, or if you want to go to the blue and white swim meet, will be happening Friday afternoon at the blue and white at the Lancaster Aquatic Center. And all of that is on our website. But these three events are happening after the reception. And so I wanted to highlight them so that everyone can get to know other things that are happening on campus. Katie, let's start with the Circus Club. Tell us about it. We know that you are president of the Circus Club. So what is this Circus Club demonstration all about?
So we do have a bunch of our club members signed up to do this demonstration. We have some members that have just joined. We have some of our fellow officers performing, as well as our faculty advisors. So it really is a club. If you've ever seen Cirque du Soleil or something along those lines, we perform very similarly, probably at a lower level than the professionals do. I know personally, me and my acrobalancing partner are working on a routine. We have a lot of students doing tricks on our silks and on our aerial ropes and trapeze. We have some students that are professional jugglers. It's just going to be a really exciting event. It's a great thing. Unfortunately, our parents cannot participate in our circus activities, but even bringing your student with you, we'd love to get some more students involved with the club as well.
Yeah, but it'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to watch all of our talented students. So I'm excited about that one and hope I actually get to stop by. I would love to see it. I have seen Katie perform a little bit, and I will say it's legit. Like she has some real skills. So this will be fun. Other fun events happening on Friday. Our movie on the lawn is going to be Lightyear, Pixar's Lightyear, which will be fun. It's free to everyone. It starts at 9 p.m. Kona Ice will be out there. We'll be giving out picnic blankets. There will be some limited chair seating, but you're welcome to bring a folding chair if you would prefer, or you know, you can also use a picnic blanket to sit on the ground. But that's a really fun event, especially for kids. If you have kids, it'll be really a really good time. But any student can join us for this event as well. And then later in the evening, weather permitting, of course, the McAdams Student Observatory on top of the Rose Street parking garage will be open. And it is really cool. It's a really fun way, our little mini planetarium, to sort of see the stars and learn all about the different things happening on campus with the observatory. So definitely recommend doing that on Friday. It's also open on a Saturday at the same time. So that'll be really fun. All right, so we have a couple of questions coming in about the tent party, so let's just go ahead and move on, and we'll talk about Saturday. There is a lot happening on Saturday. The one thing that we did not expect to happen on Saturday was a 7 p.m. kickoff time. When we were making plans for family weekend, we assumed we would have a noon kickoff or maybe a 2 or 3 o'clock kickoff time. But our cats have been so amazing. They've been so great. Number 9 in the country, I've been told. And so now we have an evening kickoff time and a bigger game, which is exciting, but also means that we have had to make some adjustments and are trying to bring in some more fun things to happen in during family weekend, especially on Saturday. So, but the tent party, it has stayed the same. The tent party will be on Saturday, September 24th. It'll be from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on the South Lawn behind the 90. This is a new location for us this year. So if you have been to tent parties in the past, note that we are moving to a new location. So there's a new field where the old towers used to be, and it's right behind U Flats and the 90, and it'll be a great location for the tent party. If you are walking from the tent party to Kroger Field, it probably will take you 7 to 10 minutes to walk across the street. So it's not really much further from the 6 minutes it took from the previous location. So it's in a great spot. Again, parking garages that we recommend are going to be that Press Street parking garage, the Kentucky Clinic, and then the Rose Street parking garage, which is parking garage number 2, are going to be the closest to the tent party. At the tent party, we're going to have all kinds of different foods. We'll have music and lots of inflatables, some new and fun inflatables this year. We'll have cornhole and Jenga and can jam and all kinds of fun lawn games. And then, of course, we'll have the Family Weekend T-shirt, which we'll talk more about in just a minute. Katie, I don't know about you, but I am most excited about the menu. How about you?
Oh, you told me about it the other day, and I have been craving hash browns ever since you told me.
Yeah.
I know the vendors that are coming, and their food is just so good.
So last year we asked for your feedback in our annual Family Weekend survey, and one of the things that our families told us is that, hey, if you're going to do a morning tent party, let's do more breakfast items and less barbecue. I thought barbecue for breakfast was going to be amazing, but that's okay. We're going to go breakfast this year, and it's going to be great. We will have a build your own biscuit and hash brown bars. We're going to have breakfast sandwiches and biscuit sandwiches from DV8 Kitchen will be there. We're going to have cinnamon rolls, apparently with toppings. I didn't know there were toppings for cinnamon rolls, but there will be this year. Of course, we'll have fruit and acai bowls, avocado toast. We'll have coffee from Brevity Coffee Company will be there, juices, Powerade, and of course, lots and lots of water. We are also bringing in Toasties Gourmet, which is a new food truck vendor, which we're really excited about. And then, of course, our Thompson's Catering folks are going to be there, and they are always wonderful and bring such great food to the event. So we put together this little map for you to show you sort of where everything is on the field so that you can make plans to go where you would like to go. We will have gluten-free and vegetarian options available, which is hopefully going to be good. We're excited about that. The event will be rain or shine. So even if it's raining, we're going to be out there, eating all the good food and listening to the music and playing cornhole. So we hope that you will come as well. I will let you know that Brevity Coffee is coming, but we will not have coffee for 5,000 people. So if you are the type of person who really needs that caffeine kick in the morning and you cannot live without your coffee, you might want to bring a coffee with you just in case. So of course there will be other drinks available, but I just wanted to give you a heads up about that. There is a question that came in about reusable bottles. Will there be a water refilling station? We don't have a water refilling station at the tent party, but in the 90 right next door, there are water fountains that you can refill water stations for as well. Next question was, how much is parking in the garages on game day? Do they only accept cash? Do they take credit card? So parking garage, so the Press Street, the Kentucky Clinic, and the Rose Street garage are all free. So you don't have to pay for those. If you want to try another parking lot, there may be a charge for those. I'm not sure exactly what those are, but that will all be on the game day website, the parking website. And there's more information there. Katie, what are you most excited about for the tent party?
If I'm allowed to say the food, I'm definitely going to say the food. I feel like I'm always there for that. But again, those inflatables are going to be super fun. I love music, love listening to things. I know some of our other first year experience ambassadors are going, so I get to see all of them, hang around the party. It should just be a really fun time to get to know everyone.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to have giveaways that we'll be giving out, and the Family Weekend T-shirts. So let's talk about the Family Weekend T-shirt. Ta-da! Katie put together this super cute little reveal graphic for us, which I'm excited about. The Family Weekend T-shirt was designed by a student designer. Her name is Evelyn Link. Evelyn is a junior, and she's studying digital media and design. So she submitted her design with a lot of other students, and was voted the winner. And so we took the concept of her T-shirt design and created this Family Weekend 2022 T-shirt. So we're really excited to be giving this out to all of our families wearing wristbands, right? They have to have a wristband to receive your Family Weekend T-shirt, and we'll do that at the tent party, which will be very exciting. If for some reason you have registered for Family Weekend and you were not able to come to the tent party, then we will also bring leftover T-shirts to our events on Sunday. But note that the tent party is going to be the best place for you to get the size T-shirt that you want, and make sure that you get that T-shirt. So we'll be really excited about that. Katie, you've seen the T-shirt. Is it cute?
I think they're super cute. Of course, they're the perfect shade of UK blue, but it's also a great way. I mean, if your whole family is going, you all have a matching T-shirt, which sounds like a great family photo to me. But no, they're really cute T-shirts. I've seen some of them in the past, and this is one of my favorite designs that we've had.
Awesome. All right, let's talk football. All right, so the UK football game versus Northern Illinois. As I said, the kickoff time has been determined. It is 7 p.m. on Kroger Field. So a couple of things. Again, we have the game day information website for you to take a look at. There's a lot of game day information there, but want to make sure to highlight a few important things as you're making plans to attend. If you have purchased your Family Weekend football tickets, which right now it looks like football tickets have sold out, other than on Ticketmaster, there are some resale tickets. So you can still purchase those resale tickets through Ticketmaster, but our Family Weekend reserve tickets have sold out at this point in time. You will next week have an opportunity to download your tickets to your mobile device. We recommend you do that before going to Kroger Field, because the Wi-Fi in Kroger Field with so many fans can be a little slower. And so we want to make it easy for you. So go ahead and download your ticket. Katie, have you ever gone to a football game and forgot to download your ticket prior to going?
I just did last weekend, yes. Walking a little bit outside of the stadium can help with that Wi-Fi. But yes, especially if you get there right as the game is starting, a lot of fans try to take videos of everyone running on the field and stuff like that. So using your phone can be a little bit slower once the game starts.
Absolutely. So definitely want to do that. Again, the football game day website is up there. Kroger Field has a clear bag policy, so you can only bring in clear bags. So you'll want to make sure to go to that clear bag policy website and see what size bag is appropriate. If you accidentally bring a purse or a backpack or any other kind of bag, they will not let you take it in, and they do not have a place to store it. So I want to say that up front and make sure that you know not to bring in anything other than a clear bag. You will be receiving, as a family, your family will receive a clear tote bag at check-in for family weekend that you can use at the game. And of course, if you were here for orientation this summer, you also received a clear tote bag. So bring that back and you can use that for game day. We also encourage you to consider arriving a little early to the game to watch the pregame show. There's always fun stuff going on. You know, there's a lot of excitement around the game. So you want to make sure you're arriving early and finding your seats early. A couple of other game day tips. Umbrellas, blankets, and coats are permitted in the stadium. However, you can't open your umbrella in the stadium. So if you are in an uncovered area and it starts raining, you can't open your umbrella, but you might get a little wet. So just be prepared. A poncho might be another option for you there. Complimentary water is provided at the stadium, but fans can also bring in one unopened bottle of water. So if you want to just bring in an extra bottle of water, you sure can. It just has to be one that is, the seal has not been broken on. During the game, if you need game day assistance from anyone in the stadium, you can text UK and then a space, and then whatever your issue or question is with your seat location, to 69050, and they will respond to you and get you any assistance you need or answer any questions you may have. So that game day assistance is great. A question came in: what consists of early for pregame? Katie, if you were coming to a game and you wanted to see sort of the pregame show, what time do you think you would arrive?
I know typically for me, even just to get a good seat in the student section, I tend to get there at least an hour early. Even if you're not inside the field, there are pregame shows that start, I would say, at least a couple hours beforehand. The band will be outside playing. I know that our majorettes and our twirlers will be out there doing some shows. I know one of my friends does fire baton work, and she'll be out there. So there are a lot of really cool events, the dance team. So it's also a really great way if you're bringing your student, if you're bringing a smaller child too, they can take pictures with the Wildcat. Really as early as you're willing to get there, get a good spot, get pictures of the field. Yeah, I would say at least an hour early, but 2 hours isn't that early in my opinion.
All right. All right. Other fun things happening on Saturday. We know that with this kickoff being later than we anticipated, there's going to be some time for you and your student to maybe do some other things that you weren't expecting. So after the tent party, maybe take a walk downtown. It's in Lexington. Go to your student's favorite store, stock up their fridge from Kroger. Or you might consider booking a horse farm tour through horse country. They have some really great tours, and you can go and check out the behind the scenes of some of these horse farms that we have around Keeneland and other places. And so I would definitely recommend, you're going to have plenty of time to do that during the day on Saturday. So it's a great time to do that. At 2 p.m., we have partnered with our friends over with the Esports Center for Cats Got Game. It's in the Cornerstone, which is the same building that you would park in for Cornerstone, but just around the corner. They're going to have lots of family games. There's going to be some treats. And then of course you can check out the state-of-the-art Esports Center, which is one of the coolest things I have seen on campus. Katie, have you been over to the Cornerstone yet?
I have. The Esports Center is a really updated facility. There's a lot of different gaming consoles. I know a lot of friends that really love to hang out there. There's also some really great restaurants, coffee shops, everything like that down there. It's kind of like a little food court, but it's a really great way to hang out with some people, good way to try some new food. It's a really nice facility down there. Yeah.
And you may think it's just for college students and kids, but let me tell you, I have a colleague, she knows who she is, who on her anniversary, her and her husband went and played some vintage video games together, and it was the best time. So it's for everyone. So definitely want to check out the Cornerstone and Esports Lounge through the Cats Got Game from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And then, of course, our UK volleyball team is playing LSU. And if you have not been to a volleyball game yet, you are missing out. It is a really fun time. They're going to play at 4 p.m. at Memorial Coliseum. Tickets are pretty cheap, and you can purchase those through the UK Athletics ticket site. But I think they're like $8 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's about right for the volleyball game. Definitely something fun to try. Typically, for a 7 p.m. game, our catwalk starts at 4:45 at Kroger Field Gate 1. Katie, what is catwalk and should families go?
I definitely think you should go to the catwalk. I believe that the picture that's displayed on the screen is actually taken at a catwalk. So this is just a really great way to kind of meet some of our student athletes, especially outside of the football team. We have some really amazing, talented students on campus. Our band is amazing. I know our Wildcats definitely put in the work during the game too, but it's something to see. It's a really great experience. It's a really great way to get hyped for the game too. A lot of our fans go, and it's a great way to build that anticipation for a hopeful win next weekend.
Yeah. So essentially, catwalk is the football team arrives, the band arrives to the stadium, and all the fans sort of welcome them to the field, welcome to them to the stadium. And so it's a great time. It's a great tradition at UK. So definitely something to consider stopping by for the catwalk. And then, of course, the game is at 7 p.m. and the Student Observatory is open at 8 p.m. From 8 to 10 that Saturday evening as well. So lots of fun things going on Saturday. And as I said, there may be more coming up. So definitely want to check the website in the next couple of days to see if there are other events that are going to spring up now that the kickoff time has been called. All right. On Sunday, we are bringing back one of our favorite family weekend traditions called A Taste of the Kentucky Donut Trail. In about, I think it was 2012, maybe, we had an article that came out about all of the different donuts and bakeries around Kentucky. And so we started the Taste of the Kentucky Donut Trail so that families could come to campus and sample a bunch of different donuts from around town and vote on their favorites. Katie, are you pumped about this event?
I am more than pumped about this event. Donuts are really up there on my list of favorite foods. And the local Lexington bakeries have some really amazing donuts. They're all very different, all very delicious. I can't tell you my favorite because that's biased and I don't want to sway our voting process. But you do have the opportunity to vote on your favorite bakery. I'm partial to the glazed donut, but we also have some for the chocolate lovers as well. It's a delicious event.
Awesome. It is absolutely one of my favorites. So this year, we have designed this event to be a grab and go type of situation. We know that on Sunday, you are saying goodbye to your students. You may have to travel. You may just, want to go and hang out with your student at lunch or do other things. And so this really is a grab and go event. You will show up. We will get you situated with a bag of all kinds of samples of donuts and instructions on how to vote. And then we'll have seating throughout the Student Center and outside in the Barker Plaza and in the Botanical Gardens. To avoid long lines, we are asking that guests arrive at a staggered pace. So if your last name starts with an A through G, we ask you to come at 9:30. If your last name is starts with H through O, we ask you to come at 10:15. And if your last name is P through Z, starts with P through Z, we ask you to come at 11. That is just to help with lines. It's just to help make sure that we can get people through quickly and make sure that that everyone gets donuts. There will be plenty of donuts. I think we have somewhere around 22,000 samples of donuts. And so we should be fine. So don't worry if you're coming at 11, don't worry that you're not going to have donuts. There will be donuts, I promise. And we'll have a good time with that. Also at this event, we'll have some music. We'll have some giveaways, some photo options, of course, very exciting stuff. All right, McKaylee, any additional questions coming in? Not yet. All right, just remember that for the donut event, wristbands are required. All right, more Sunday fun. Sunday is also a great time if you decide you want to explore Lexington, downtown Lexington, or take a horse country tour. That is a great time to do that. Volleyball will be playing again at noon at Memorial Coliseum. And then our women's soccer team is going to be playing UT Knoxville at 1 p.m. in the Bell Soccer Complex. And that event is free and a really, really fun time. Soccer games are pretty fun. Katie, when your family comes for family weekend, what is the thing that you like most about Sunday? What's something that you want to do with your family before they leave on Sunday?
I think that my favorite thing to do with my family is to kind of take them around my favorite places in Lexington. I am a senior, so I've kind of had the opportunity to explore the city a little bit more, but even just the local places around campus, there's a lot to see, even just in downtown, which is a reasonable walking distance from the university. I really like showing my parents what my home away from home is and kind of showing them how I've connected to the city here.
Great. All right. If you have any additional questions about Family Weekend, you have a couple of different options. We have a frequently asked questions website that has a lot of answers to especially things about the game or about registration. All of that is on our FAQs website, so definitely check that out. You're also welcome to email us at any time, and we'll be happy to respond to you as soon as we can, or give us a call Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. But I will say that during Family Weekend, if you have a question about Family Weekend, email is going to be the best way to reach our staff. Our staff are going to be out staffing all of the events. We will not be sitting in the office. We're going to be running around, sweating and getting our hands dirty, and we're excited about it. We can't wait to greet you. We can't wait for you to come and experience the fun with us. But know that it may take us a little longer to respond to questions once Family Weekend gets started. Oh, we have a new question. This is great. Does our student need to do anything before they come? Okay, yes. So if your student wants to check in early, they sure can. We would love for them to check in early. It makes things a lot easier for you, a lot easier for us. And that check-in information is on our website, but it is starts on Wednesday in the Student Center from I think 10 to 2. And then on Thursday, we also have check-in in the Student Center from 12 to 4. So your student can come and check in early for you so that you don't have to wait in line on Friday to do that. If they don't, that's okay. You can come on Friday and check in, and that's perfectly fine. And we're happy to help you do that as well. Any last minute questions for us or for Katie? Katie has experienced this as a student. I'm sure has some great tips if you have any questions specifically for her. McKaylee, do we have any other questions? It doesn't look like it. Oh, good. We got most of them. That's great. All right. Well, we appreciate you being here today. We're looking forward to seeing you very, very soon for Family Weekend. Again, this video recording will be posted on our website and on Facebook as soon as it's done. And we'll answer any questions you have. Just send us an email and we're happy to help. All right, Katie, any last words of wisdom for families coming for family weekend?
Just get excited. This is a really great way to see your student in their element on campus. It's a really good way to get connected to that Big Blue Nation, and definitely keep your fingers crossed that we get another win for the Cats that Saturday.
And no rain. That would be great.
And no rain. And no rain.
But again, rain or shine, we're going to be out there. So thanks so much, everyone. We look forward to seeing you, and go Cats.